As South African hip-hop moves forward, there's a feeling that we are losing some of the magic that made it so vibrant and exciting in the first place. Many of the artists who helped shape the scene of SA hip-hop like Nasty C, Areece, Shane Igu, Cassper Nyovest, MT and more are growing older. And as they grow and mature, their music evolves too. I mean, 2016 Areece doesn't sound the same as 2024 Areece. While it's natural for artists to evolve and explore new sounds, it also means we are saying goodbye to their old versions. These artists were the ones who brought fresh energy, charisma, and a unique flavor in SA hip-hop. Their music wasn't just about rhymes, it was about the storytelling, the community, and the culture. Now, as they move into different phases of their career and lives, there's a sense of nostalgia for the days when South African hip-hop was fresh and youthful. For example, Cassper Nyovest and Nasty C now have kids, so they won't be rapping about the same stuff that they did when they were young. This change gives new artists the opportunity to step in and take over where they left. It's not that the older artists make bad music as they get older, but their music and what they rap about evolves. This means their new music sounds different from the old stuff. And some people might think this is good and some might think it's not. It depends on who you ask and which artist they are talking about. And while there are new artists emerging into the scene, it's hard not to feel the pang of sadness when we bid farewell to the old guards. But perhaps this evolution is simply a natural progress for SA hip-hop. After all, change in music is unavoidable. And as new voices rise to prominence, they'll bring their own perspective, experiences, and new energy to the table. In the SA hip-hop scene, there's always a new wave of artists trying to make it big. But here's the thing, a lot of people are not really feeling their vibe. And the reason is because some of these new rappers are making the same music that sounds just like the same as the ones who came before them. Think Nasty C and Areece, for example. These artists have already carved their own lane with their unique sound and style of rapping. But instead of bringing something fresh to the table, some and if not most of the new wave of rappers are just copying and pasting something that's already been done. Therefore, their music ends up sounding repetitive, and let's be real, that's absolutely trash.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
That shit was trash, my nigga. Consistently dropping trash.
And because of this, most people are sticking to listening to the older artists that they know and love. I mean, who wants to listen to a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, bro? So until these new artists start bringing something original to the table, they gonna keep getting overlooked, especially in this day and era. Like, if you wanna make it big in the music industry, you have to create your own sound instead of writing someone else's. Names like Blxckie, Maglera Doughboy, 25K, Tato Soul, and Tyson Siabateli or Saibateli are leading the charge. That's because these artists don't sound like anybody else. They're all have their unique sound and style of rapping, and that's why they've been able to break through the industry. Their authenticity and originality are what draws listeners in, making them the go-to names for anyone who wants to add something different to their playlist. However, while these rising stars are successful in the music industry, it's hard to ignore the fact that many South African hip-hop fans still gravitate towards the older wave of artists. I mean, these artists are headed to the OG status in SA hip-hop, and when you compare them with the new wave, some of these new artists are stuck in the cycle of imitating their predecessors instead of forging their own path, and as a result, fewer people are actually listening to their music, and instead they revisit the classics that defined SA hip-hop. And as those artists grow older, it almost feels like SA hip-hop is fading away with them, leaving fans longing for the golden era of creativity. So there you have it. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm out.